347 days. That's how long it took Jake Morrison to go from millionaire to sleeping in his car. But that's not the crazy part. The crazy part? He saw it coming. He watched himself destroy everything. And he couldn't stop. His therapist asked him last week, "When did you realize you'd lost control?" Jake told her the truth. The night he stood on his penthouse balcony 23 stories up, wondering if $12 million was worth jumping for. He was 29 years old. He'd never been more successful. Or more empty. But here's the thing nobody tells you about rock bottom. You don't fall there. You climb there. One choice at a time. And it starts with something so small you don't even notice. For Jake, it started with a phone call he didn't answer. Just one call. From his mom, Carol. If you've ever ignored someone you love because you were too busy, drop a heart in the comments right now. You need to hear this. Because that one missed call cost Jake everything. Let me show you how. 1:15 to 7:30. Age 22. Jake is sitting in an apartment that smells like mold and broken dreams. Eating 49-cent ramen for the third night in a row. Carol calls. "Sweetie, when are you coming home for dinner? I miss you." Jake looks at his laptop. At the code he's been writing for 18 hours straight. "Soon, Mom. I promise. I'm working on something big." "You always say that, honey." She laughs. "But there's something else underneath. Loneliness." "I know, Mom. But this time it's different. This time it's going to work." "Okay, sweetie. I love you." "Love you too." Jake hangs up and goes back to coding. He didn't know it then, but that was the last real conversation they'd ever have. See, Jake had figured out something. A simple software that helped small businesses get customers online. Nothing revolutionary. Just useful. And it worked. His first client was a bakery owner named Annie Foster. Single mom. 2 kids. Struggling to make rent. Jake charged her $50 a month. In the first week, her online orders tripled. Annie called him crying. "I can't believe this. You just saved my business. You saved my family."
Jake, I can't thank you enough for being here. It means the world to me.
It's my pleasure. I'm just glad to help.
That feeling? That rush of actually helping someone? Jake was addicted. He worked 20-hour days. Building. Growing. Helping more people. Within 6 months, Jake had 47 small businesses as clients. He was making $4,000 a month. To him, that was rich. Carol was so proud. She told everyone at her church about him. But then the vultures started circling. A guy in a $15,000 suit shows up at Jake's apartment. His name was Preston Caldwell, partner at Summit Ridge Capital. "We're venture capitalists. We want to invest in your company." "I don't have a company. I just help small businesses." Preston smiles. The kind of smile sharks have. "That's exactly why we want to invest. You're authentic. Real. That's rare." They offered Jake $3 million for 20% of his company. $3 million. Jake called Carol immediately. "Mom, you won't believe what just happened." He tells her everything. The money. The investors. The opportunity. There's a long pause. "Sweetie, that's wonderful. I'm so proud of you." Another pause. "But promise me something. Don't forget why you started this. You wanted to help people, remember?" "Of course, Mom. This doesn't change anything." He signed the papers the next day, and everything changed. Suddenly, Jake had advisors, and board meetings, and growth strategies. They moved him into a fancy office, hired a team, started talking about scaling and market disruption. His $50 a month clients? Not sustainable, Preston said. "We need to target enterprise. Big contracts. Big money." And he called Jake one day. "Hey, I got an email saying my price is going up to $300 a month. Is that right?" Jake's stomach twisted. "Yeah, MRS Annie. We're restructuring our pricing to reflect the value we provide." Silence. "I can't afford that. I'm barely making it as it is." "I'm sorry, Annie. I wish I could help. More silence. You know what? You already did help. Back when you actually cared. She hung up. Jake sat there staring at his phone. That night Carol called. He let it go to voicemail. He was too busy reviewing quarterly projections. 1 year later. Age 25. They raised $20 million. 20 million. The company was valued at $112 million. Jake's personal net worth? $12 million on paper. He bought a penthouse, a sports car, wore watches that cost more than Carol's annual salary. He was on magazine covers. Forbes 30 under 30. Tech conferences. Panels. Everyone wanted to know his secret. Jake gave the same speech everywhere. Stay true to your mission. Remember why you started. It's about the people, not the profit. The lies tasted like champagne. Carol called every Sunday. Jake answered maybe 1 out of 4 times. Hey mom, can't talk. I'm heading into a meeting. Okay honey. I just wanted to hear your voice. I'll call you back later. He never did. His assistant, Madison, started scheduling family calls on his calendar. 15-minute blocks. Once a month. Even those Jake usually canceled. Then came his 26th birthday. They threw him a party at a rooftop venue in Manhattan. 300 people showed up. Models, influencers, other founders, investors. Everyone drinking expensive alcohol and pretending to be his friend. Carol wasn't there. Jake didn't invite her. He told himself it was because she'd feel uncomfortable around his crowd. The truth? He was embarrassed of where he came from. That night, standing on that rooftop, surrounded by hundreds of people, Jake felt completely alone. His phone buzzed. A text from Mom. Happy birthday, sweetie. I'm so proud of you. Love you more than you'll ever know. Jake read it. Felt a pang of something. Guilt maybe. Then someone handed him another drink and he forgot about it. The months turned into years. Age 27, 28, 29. Jake kept climbing, kept chasing, kept ignoring the calls. Then at 29 the investors called an emergency board meeting. Jake walks in. 6 people sitting there, stone-faced. Preston doesn't even wait for him to sit down. We're bringing in a professional CEO. Someone with real experience taking companies to IPO. Jake's brain short-circuits. What are you talking about? I'm the CEO. I built this company. You built a nice startup. We need someone who can build a unicorn. I have the majority voting rights. Past tense. Papers slide across the table. Check the documents from the Series B round. We have 70% now. You have 30. Jake's hands are shaking. You can't do this. We already did. The vote was unanimous among the board. You're out as CEO, effective immediately. Jake stood up, walked out, got in his car, and he just drove. 4 hours. Around midnight he finally picked up his phone. 47 missed calls from Carol. 47. All from the past 3 months. His finger hovered over her name. But Jake was too proud, too ashamed, too broken. He put the phone down. He told himself he'd call her tomorrow when he felt better. That was the biggest mistake of his life. The next morning, Jake's phone rang. Unknown number. Hello. Hi, is this Mrs. Morrison's son? Yes. Who is this? I'm a nurse at St. Mary's Hospital. My name is Beth. Your mother was admitted 3 days ago. She's been asking for you. Everything stopped. What happened? She collapsed at home. It's serious. You should come right away. Jake is running to his car. Hands shaking so bad he can barely get the key in the ignition. The hospital is 2 hours away. He drives 90 miles an hour the entire way. The whole time he's thinking about those 47 missed calls. 47 times Carol tried to reach him. 47 times he was too busy. Jake gets to the hospital. Finds her room. Carol is lying there. Tubes everywhere. Machines beeping. She looks so small. When did she get so small? Her eyes open. She sees Jake. And she smiles. After everything. After months of him ignoring her. She smiles. Hi, sweetie. Jake is crying. He can't even talk. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry. Sure. It's okay. You're here now. Carol reaches for his hand. Her grip is weak. Mom, why didn't you tell me you were sick? I didn't want to bother you. You're so busy with your important work. Nothing is more important than you. Nothing.
I'm here for you.
Thank you. It means everything.
She squeezes his hand. I know you've been lost, honey. I know you're not happy. How did she know? The money, the success, all of it, it doesn't mean anything if you lose yourself getting it. Beth, the nurse, comes in, checks the monitors, looks concerned. I need to speak with you outside. Carol squeezes Jake's hand again. Go. I'm not going anywhere. He steps outside. Dr. William Carter is waiting. Your mother has stage 4 cancer. It's spread to her liver and lungs. She's been sick for about 6 months. 6 months? Why didn't anyone call me sooner? We tried. Many times. Your mother said you were very busy and not to bother you. Jake is going to be sick. How long does she have? Dr. Carter's face tells him everything. Days. Maybe a week if we're lucky. Jake spent the next 5 days in that hospital room. Didn't leave. Didn't check his phone. Didn't care about the company. They talked about everything. His childhood. Her childhood. His dad, Michael, who died when Jake was 10. Her dreams. His dreams. The real ones. Not the ones about money. On the 6th day, Carol made him promise something. Promise me you'll find your way back to who you were. The boy who wanted to help people. I promise, Mom. And promise me you'll answer the phone when the people you love call you. Jake is sobbing. I promise. Carol smiled one more time. That's my good boy. She died that night, while Jake was asleep in the chair next to her bed. He woke up to the sound of a flat line. The funeral was on a Tuesday. 23 people came. Real people. People from Carol's church. Her neighbors. Her friends from the grocery store where she worked part-time even though Jake begged her to retire. People who actually knew her. You know how many people from Jake's company showed up? 0. Not one. No flowers. No card. No email. These people who Jake had made millionaires. Who he'd worked 80-hour weeks for. Nothing. But 70 people showed up to his birthday party 3 years earlier. Let that sink in. After everyone left, Jake went back to his penthouse. $12 million in net worth. Awards on the walls. His face in magazines. He'd never felt more worthless. Then his phone rang. The board chairman, Harrison Blake. We need to talk about your shares. What about them? The company's been sold. Emergency acquisition. It's complicated, but essentially we had to restructure everything. What does that mean for my shares? Silence. They're being diluted. The new structure doesn't recognize the old shareholder agreement. Are you telling me my shares are worthless? I'm sorry, Jake. It was necessary to save the company. $12 million. Gone? The penthouse? Company lease. Jake had 30 days to get out. The car? Repossessed 2 weeks later. His bank account? $17,000. That's what was left after taxes and expenses. By his 30th birthday, Jake was sleeping in his car. The same car he was about to lose. Comment rock bottom, if you've ever lost everything. One night, Jake is parked at a gas station. 3 in the morning. He goes inside to use the bathroom. Looks at himself in the mirror. He looks like a stranger. He's holding his last $5. Trying to decide if he should buy food or gas. His phone rings. He almost doesn't answer. But something makes him look. It's Carol's neighbor, Dorothy Jenkins. Hello. Hi, honey. I've been cleaning out your mother's apartment. I found something she wanted you to have. What is it? A letter. She wrote it 2 days before she died. I think you need to read it. The letter was handwritten. Carol's shaky handwriting. Weak from the cancer. It said, My dearest Jake, if you're reading this, I'm gone. But I need you to know something. I was never disappointed in you. Not once. I was scared for you. I watched you chase something that was never going to make you happy. I watched you trade your soul for numbers on a screen. I watched you become someone you didn't recognize. But sweetie, here's what I know about you that you forgot. You have the biggest heart of anyone I've ever known. When you were 7, you gave your lunch to a kid at school who didn't have one. You went hungry so someone else could eat. That's who you really are. Not the fancy title. Not the net worth. Not the magazine covers. You're the boy who wanted to help people. And that boy is still in there. I know you feel lost right now. I know you think you've failed. But honey, you haven't failed until you stop trying. Success isn't what you own. It's who you become. And more importantly, it's who you help become. So here's what I want you to do. Answer the phone when people call you. Measure your wealth by your relationships, not your bank account. Help people. Like you used to. And sweetie, please forgive yourself. I already have. I love you. I always have. I always will. Even when you were too busy to hear it. Now go be the man I raised you to be. Love, Mom. Jake read that letter 17 times sitting in that gas station parking lot. And something broke open in him. Or maybe something finally healed. That was 2 years ago. Jake is 32 now. He works at a non-profit helping small businesses. For free. He makes $38,000 a year. He lives in a small apartment. He drives a used car. And he's never been richer. Because now Jake measures success by the faces that light up when he helps them. By the thank you notes he gets from people whose lives actually changed. By the fact that he sleeps at night. If you're chasing success right now, chase it. But don't miss the phone calls. Don't ignore the people who loved you before you had anything. Because one day they won't be there. And all the money in the world can't buy back one conversation. So here's what I need you to do right now. Hit that subscribe button if this story hit you. Comment below, who do you need to call today? And share this video with someone who's too busy to watch it. Because they're exactly who needs to hear this. Remember, you can lose everything and rebuild. But you can't rebuild the time you didn't spend with the people who mattered. Jake is living proof. Don't make his mistake.